Duelyst has kind of contracted me to do a deck teachings in Duelyst. So I have a deck that is a cheapo deck. It's a mid-range Kara Winterblade Vanar deck. Pretty reasonable for someone just coming in. It's got all commons or basic cards, other than a Sojourner, which I really like since I love drawing cards. Plus, drawing cards fits so well with Kara Winterblade's Bloodborne spell, which is give each minion in your hand +1/+1. As you can probably guess, this Bloodborne spell is incredibly powerful, but is ridiculously slow. So the goal is to kind of play mid-range, play a lot of small cost minions so that I can control the board, such as Maul, deal 2 damage to nearby enemy minions, such as a lot of cheapo ones. We've got value cards like Fenrir, War Master, Primus, Fist, Healing Mystic, all the good basic cheap cards. Saber Spine Tiger is really good after it gets buffed a bit. We've just got value cards like Primus Shield Master, 4 mana 3/6 Provoke, Dancing Blades, deal 3 damage, 5 mana 4/6. Goal of this deck is to pretty much control the board, and then with that control, you can use your Bloodborne spell, buff up all your minions. It makes your minions stronger, and then they control the board better later. It should have a very strong fight for the middle earlier on, for those mana spots. And then it's your basic play on curve, play efficiently, a lot of small things, a lot of small effects, use them to the utmost of their abilities thing. 3 aspect of the Fox for getting rid of huge guys, and other than that, the deck's really well built to take out small guys, Dancing Blades, Maul, Cryogenesis, Chromatic Cold, Saber Spine, get the value of Sojourner, heal up with Healing Mystic. It's a lot of small effects. Kinda zoo-like. Except instead of drawing cards later, you are buffing existing cards. The goal of the mulligan is to get rid of the spells generally, so that you have active cards that can be played. Primus Fist, of course, is in there to give extra buffs as well. The Blade Sound is nice because both players drawing a card is symmetric, but when you have more cards in your hand, you get to use more buffs. As the player going second, I'm going to have 3 mana on the first turn, but I'll probably start by playing 2 2-drops ideally. I'll get rid of this Blaze Hound. I don't want to play these 2 2-drops, but I will if I have to. I could also just skip taking the Mana Spring tile on the first turn. So that's a 4/3. I do not want it to be able to kill off my 2/3 for free. I think I'm going to play a Sojourner up here, and then let him take 2 of the Mana Springs. Probably follow up with a Primus Shield Master, so I'm keeping that. So therefore, after attacking with the Sojourner, I'll probably need to heal it and buff it. I think Crystal Cloaker is the weakest link here. I'll replace it. Up here it should be safe. It could get 4 damage dealt to it with that Zeal card. I'm going to actually put it here to make it even safer. I really want this one to get buffed with 2 Primus Fists and or get healed with Healing Mystic. Oh, martyrdom. Oh wow, he's going straight for me. I actually don't mind this at all. I'm willing to take 8 damage to get rid of this card. Actually, I have a Maw, so I can just play that. He didn't take any of the Mana Springs, so I can actually make a pretty good power play here. Only I could get access to 6 mana, but current setup doesn't allow me to do so. I think I get rid of one Primus Fist since I don't have anything on the board. Looks like I'm going to probably play a 4. 4-2-2. I'll do 2-2s. I don't want to take this 4. I don't have to. Why not just kill this and play the 4 and not use any... I could step on this as well, just to burn the mana, and be willing to take the 4. I could play Maw, but then he can just deal 2 with his general. Now this is a very ambitious play. I took an extra 4, but I do have Prima Shield Master. I kept more minions in my hand for my Bloodborne spell, which will give all the minions here, which are cheap, which I can play quite a few of, +1/+1. And the next turn I should be able to take control of both of these Mana Springs. That's a strange use of an area of effect spell. Okay, so I can have my 3/4 once I heal with the Healing Mystic, attack that. I'm going to be able to play all the cards, but I'm going to do the Kinetic Surge first, after I replace the aspect of the Fox, hopefully getting a minion. Yes, got one. So that's a 5 buff with Kinetic Surge, incredible. That's gonna be a huge swing. So 2 here, heal that, move that there, summon something there, and then I can get another 2 out, probably the Crystal Cloaker. That's a really good turn. I actually don't have anything to play. I don't have 2 good cards to play. I'll just waste 1 mana, I guess. Or I could play this and instantly face him. I'll face him. I could also have taken that Mana Spring, but I'm protecting it right now. Might be a bit too much damage for him to hit the Saber Spine. So I can buff this by 2 and then hit that. Or I can just use the Maw to deal 2 damage to it alternatively. I'm gonna want to play a 4 and a 2, so I'll probably not take this Mana Spring this turn either. Since this can deal damage to face, I probably want to use the Maw. Crystal Cloaker is on his side and gets Infiltrate. Well, it's on his side of the battlefield, which will be a 5/4, which is pretty good, but Prima Shield Master is better. Actually, Prima's Fist is probably the weakest. No, I can't replace any of the cards here. Because, actually, I don't want to replace. That's the answer. I was thinking, the first step is usually thinking, what do I replace? And all my cards are kind of buffs, so I don't want to replace any of them. And I'll just take the mana, not to use it, but rather to simply make it so that he can't use it. The next turn, I can go ahead and play... I'll play the Bloodborne spell first, then I'll play Blaze Hand. Of course, that's a lot of damage on the board already. It's lethal on the board if you can't deal with it. Thanks to me using my board control, and him just going face. Alright, so he removes my lethal. It means I'll leave one of these cards hanging, but that's fine. I'm gonna cash in my damage since he could have area of effect. I kind of like this card, so I'll keep it instead of replacing. Wow, 215 provoke. But I have the Horse Sister, which is exactly for this purpose. I'll be able to move it out of the way and then kill him. Huzzah!
Versus Vanar.
Aspect. I think that's a bit too much damage early on. No, it could be good. I will get rid of if you play something incredibly scary, I can keep a spell to deal with it quickly. Something 2/2s on this turn isn't that good. I don't mind the trade, so I'm gonna move that guy forward. He already has that mana kind of locked down, so I will be trying to aim for that mana instead. Looks like he wants to go ahead and maybe he'll attack me. And if he attacks me, I'll attack back. Alright, 4. That means I'm going to want to buff with the Primus Fist. I'll make it a 5/2. And then I step on this, which means I'll have 3 mana, and rear War Master. Solid. So therefore, the card I should replace, probably the Mystic. There's not much to heal at the moment. Maul. That's actually another possibility. I could maul and then use my hero, my general, to kill this, which would let me keep my 3/2 around. But from that first game, we saw that these decks have Tempest, which deals 2 to everything. Pretty scary if I play a bunch of guys which have 2. I'm not going to go all in against Tempest. And I will seek to be a little bit more aggressive in my trades. I'm summoning that guy further away so that this 2/4 won't be in range of hitting that 3/2. This deck wants to keep things... It wants to stall out a little bit. It's a little bit weaker in the early game, even though it has so many low-cost cards, because I have Kinetic Surge. But I'm happy to tank a few times on my general first. And then Kinetic Surge my guys, and then they'll be pretty good. Here I can actually kill this 4/4 with the Maul plus my Kinetic Surge. Looks like I have a fine hand. Play 1 +2 +2. I don't want to replace because these cards getting Kinetic Surged is good. So this general will go diagonally and hit that. I'll take 4, which puts me a little low, but that's fine. All about that board control. And the question is, should I use my 3/2 to hit this general? So, to not play too much into area of effect, I'll go ahead and take that down. Even though it's an attack he would have wanted to make if he didn't have area of effect. This might be a time to start cashing in on all these minions and hit them pretty hard. Maybe not yet though. Possible I need to buff them all and then no, buff this one and kill that. Buff this and kill that. I'm probably gonna kill that. Gotta no. Did he not attack on that turn? I want to make sure he doesn't come towards my side since I have some infiltration cards, Crystal Cloakers, and I'll go ahead and add more damage to him. Next turn I can Kinetic Surge my 2 minions here. Should be hopefully enough to finish him off. That will hopefully finish him off, that is. If I manage to dispel this, I win. Wait, do I win anyways? Now I am 1 short off. I'm 2 short. I'm 1 short. If I manage to do 1 to that, I win. So let's get rid of the Shield Master. Blaze wait, I have lethal. Kinetic Surge, that's a 5 Forge. And yeah, that's good. Fantastic. As you can see, that Kinetic Surge is really good with rush minions. Got solid fundamentals. Alright, so first I'll probably be playing the Crystal Cloaker first. And then this set of hands is pretty good. I'll get rid of the Mystic. Replace the Harsh Sister. I'm a 2/2 Iron Dervish. Random space. It's a fine target to cryogenesis. Have the mana for it. And then I will put guys in the way so he can't get... He's gonna get 2 of the mana springs, it seems. Is there any way I can prevent him from getting that top one? Yes, there is. No, not if I use cryogenesis then. No need to summon, kill this immediately. Well, it threatens the 2/3 though. And I'm getting one of his cards. I guess that's the trade-off. I'm gonna keep my guy. I think that's fine. I don't even want to replace anything. All minions. And then the next turn I get the Bloodborne spell on like 6 minions. That's pretty good. And I'll keep the Saber Spine Tiger around. It can be really big with enough Kinetic Surges. Alright, that feels good. Flying. That means if I were to have this guy take this, it could die. I'll put the War Master on it. And then also put another Cloaker out. Kind of jockey for position. I don't want to play the last Cloaker perhaps because I have another Cryogenesis in this deck, and it can only fetch the Crystal Cloaker as the only Vespear in this deck. I possibly wanted to put this in the way so that he couldn't get out of the infiltration range. Might have to use Saber Spine Tiger on this, since I didn't have good coverage of that area. Or I can turn it into a 3-3. I feel like I put my guys horribly out of position. Oops. Alright, so that's got Blast. If I get a Deal 2 card, that would work too. Yes, Saber Spine Tiger is my unfortunate but possible necessity. I can use the weaker one. These, when buffed up enough, do just kill him. Or alternatively, I can just go face and not worry that one of my guys will die to the blast. Alright, it's time for face and not worry about this. The next turn I can use another Kinetic Surge and keep both of my Saber Spines, and that's going to be 5+4. This Crystal Cloaker probably should have been placed further up. No, it's in the infiltration position. Ouch. Probably run 2 forward. I'm hopeful that he's going to be low enough that the Saber Spine Tiger rush, or the Bloodborns will be enough. Good Naga Valley. He's really low. I'm gonna go ahead and replace this box. Saber Spine Tigers are growing. 9 damage. I'm actually 1 off. Wait, yes. Oh, I'm 1 off right now. No, I have lethal. No, that's pretty gross. Impressive. I'm actually 1 over. That's the art of keeping Saber Spine Tigers in your hand and then Kinetic Surging them a lot. You can actually just even Kinetic Surge them even more and then eventually deal 14 damage, 15 damage. You have all 3. Charge them all out. Wow.